Sanibonani, dumelang, apsheni, hello, Gama, Kutogozani, Lesedi Khanya, ka lebitso ke Kutlwano Mtaung. Ke Mtaung wa Mkhele lekolokotwana batho ba nko ba siya ngwana ba msodori wa Mkhele. E tla re ha ja o the meriti e menyane le botlwana. O ja polokwe a se qeti empa o hana sengwathana sa maobane Mtaung ke kgantsa ke Mtaung. Mhlele nomkhulu Seda igedla lama skr. Please introduce yourself.
Hayi siyabonga Khehla siyabonga. Umakhosi lo, Khuseli.
Makhosi wonke.
Hawu umakhosi wonke igedla. Angisoli futhi igedla lamakhosi inyanga yamashkrishkri khushwayo nyamazane. Siyanamukela futhi kwenye episode la ku Kemi TV. Siyanibonga kini nina enikhonile ukuxhumana nathi. We hope you do get something that will build you up, and we are not opposed to any opposing thoughts or any contrary
Yes.
comments, or if you hold anything that is against anything we say, we encourage you. We encourage critical thinking. Siyabonga.
Yes. Namhlanje mkhulu bengifisa ngathi singakhuluma ngomsamo ukuthi kuyini umsamo? Kuyini umsamo Khehla? Ngicela usikhanyisele lapho ukuthi kuyini umsamo, and then what's the idea behind it? Why is it important? Yeah, there'll be other questions.
Yazi indaba yomsamo masithi siyathula siyabheka Khehla. Umlando wakhona awujulelwanga kakhulu, and even the current explanations we have are incomplete. Khona ezinye inyanga esikhonayo abathandazi abakhonayo nezangoma ezikhonayo ukuchaza, but now sifuna ukwembulela abantu ukuthi umsamo, what is it at its core? Umsamo mkhulu has many parts to it.
Yes, true.
It's not only ukuthi udlala icansi ubeka amakhandlela kunempepho yakho kunesnuff lapha niyaphahla. Umsamo comes in many parts, mara mina ngizoyidalula in 4 to 3 parts.
Okay.
Number 1, umsamo, the temple yourself, where your soul dwells.
So I am umsamo.
Umsamo hambayo wena.
Okay.
With all your chakra systems. Umsamo wakho mowodlokile lapho, or umsamo wakho moshekile, suke sikhuluma about one of the chakras or more than one being imbalanced.
Mkhulu uyajula.
Siyajula phela manje. Umsamo secondly would be your family tree. You are made up of
2 parents,
and they are made up of
2 parents each.
Amongst that line egazini, if ikubhedile, what does that mean regarding umsamo of the family tree? Moshake.
Okay.
Khona la kumele kulungiswe khona, kumele sitholisise ukuthi in the family tree, what traumas are there? What damage is there? Khona umuntu owathwala? Bekhona umbulali? Or nje salahla umsamo sathatha into engaseyala ekhaya? And then khona umsamo, the physical manifestation, which is lapho ke sesidlala icansi.
What is icansi mkhulu? Cela ukuthi uchaze phela singama 2K.
Icansi would be the straw mat that is used for various purposes. It's not only for African traditional purposes or uphatha melaphi nje kuphela. Umsamo can be used for whatever, man, even for just sitting outside, but it would be a traditional straw mat.
Okay. So you see, you're going along with the thoughts of umsamo being a physical manifestation as well. Just, I think you were still busy before I interrupted you.
So you must understand ukuthi lo msamo manje obekayo lapha ekhaya is the physical manifestation of where all the spirits gather for a meeting.
What spirits mkhulu?
Amathongo, amadlozi, abantu abaxhumane nawe ngokwegazi, ngokwamanzi nangokomoya. You must know ukuthi
amathongo, amadlozi, abantu abaxhumane nawe ngesimo samanzi. You said something like that. I'm just thinking for the 2K who's watching was like, yini amathongo, yini amadlozi, cela ukuthi ujule mkhulu. Bodle.
Okay. So in terms of the physical manifestation, the physical manifestation now will go into a powerful hermetic principle, which is as above, so below. As within, so without. So makungekho right ngaphakathi, angeke kube right ngaphandle. Akusizi ukuthi ubeke umsamo ukuthi your chakra system is imbalanced. You must work, ngithi ungayibeka kodwa you must work to balance your internal temple. Fix yourself within so that umsamo wakho ukhona ukuxhumana nawo kahle. Because if not, it's as good as uhleli lapha mara because wena yourself awuhlambulukanga or awuqondisekanga awukhona ukuxhumana namadlozi. Yini amadlozi? That would be your disembodied family members. Abangasekho la emhlabeni kodwa who had karmic debt. Whether assignments from the heavens or whether izinto abazenze la emhlabeni, and instead of reincarnating bayenzani ngezulu bayadlozomela. They look for somebody to what? To complete their mission or to rectify their karma. It would be someone within umsamo womndeni, the family tree, who incurred some form of debt, whether bekthwele, whether khona umuntu owachitha isisu, leyo nto ibe within the family tree as a sickness. Bese mofika uthi ubeka umsamo kufike loyo moya. Yingakho uzothola ukuthi umuntu uma simgeza amadlozi noma simgeza amathongo noma simisela umsamo, one of the first steps that we'll take ukuthi silahle imimoya engcolile.
Okay. So I just wanna, for clarity. So you're saying ukuthi idlozi is someone that you are related to who is no longer living in the physical, but they can no longer cross over there properly because they have karmic debt and they need to come back. Badlozomele, the verb of trying to get someone who is living someone's attention so that they can. Amlungiselele ukuthi akwazi ukundlula. Am I getting you correctly?
You're getting it very correct.
It seems as if there's categories of abantu abangasekho. It's not everyone is idlozi. There's other khona ezinye igaba from what you're telling me. Okay.
In terms of idlozi, even within idlozi, you must understand if the world is so dynamic in types of people, from personalities to races, to ethnic groups, wazi ukuthi namadlozi ayahluka. Is not one type of idlozi. Amadlozi ayahluka. There are those abadlozomela for one reason, there are those abadlozomela for another reason. There are those that are not even aware ukuthi bayidlozi, a disembodied spirit engakhoni ukudlulela kuphi ngale. Yajula case.
So in that case, does that mean ukuthi that one does not have karmic debt? Well, then why are they not able to cross over?
Kehla, it could be various reasons. Ukhumbule ukuthi noma ufika ngale ufiki uvese udlule nje. There's a checklist of things which you were supposed to complete. Mainly number one, you came to earth wajula ezintweni ezibhedayo waba umuntu othanda utshwala othanda amantombi wakhohlwa ukuthi your calling when you came here was to be what? A healer. That should have manifested as a doctor, as inyanga, whatever. But your calling was to be a healer. But you got lost in the world.
Like, okay, we spoke about idlozi. I think the general idea is it's someone you're related to that isn't alive in the physical and they can't cross over. So bayabuya and bafuna ukuthi umuntu ophilayo amlungiselele ukuze akwazi to relinquish or calm their karmic debts. So then what is itonga? You mentioned that as well.
Itonga.
Yeah, just kancane nje. Okay, go in. But
itonga, if manje mkhulu kumele lokho sikuthathe sikubeke in simple terms. Itonga is a spirit that passed earth school.
Okay, wow.
It's a spirit that completed their purpose on earth. Bandlulela bayangale.
Okay.
Now, within amatongo khona abakhona ukuthunywa. Abaxhumana nawe ngani ngokomoya. Ithunywa.
Iyajula mkhulu.
Iyajula.
Kodwa abanye bathi isithunywa umuntu othunyiwe, as in umuntu ophilayo othola imilayezo from ingelosi. But now you're saying ukuthi isithunywa could be umuntu that passed earth school but they are sent to give messages here on earth. Do they both qualify as ithunywa? I don't know what's your take.
No, it's khona mkhulu. Let's touch upon the word angel.
Messenger.
The word angel itself is a messenger.
Sure.
An angle of light.
Sure.
So that angle can come in different shades. It can come from different directions. Whether now umoya oxhumane nawe ngokomoya ngokwamanzi or ngokwegazi. Now I'm going back to what I said. Ube nesithunywa which is from the higher heavenly realms esingakaze sa manifesta la emhlabeni. Ungenwe yingilosi ejulile. Unesithunywa sakuphi esibhakabhani, a heavenly sent angel. Kube futhi nabantu bakini bakamhlawumbe abamathongo bathi no, we need to raise up a prophet. Who will go? Ukhokho wakho athi no, go. I like that young man. Ngifuna ukusondeza kubo, and becomes an angel upon you. Isithunywa esiphuma kuphi emndenini wakho esithunyiwe from amathongo.
The only reason why we're touching on that is because you said the physical manifestation of Umsamo includes these different categories, idlozi, itonga, and then imimoya oxhumene nawo ngesimo samanzi, intaba, the elements, etc. Okay, so we were asking the question of what is Umsamo, and you said it's yourself, the temple within you, and then you said it's your family tree. So who gave birth to you, and all the people that came before you, that is also Umsamo. And then you say there's the physical manifestation of Umsamo, which is where you have Ukansi and the candles and such.
Yeah.
Okay, now my question is, why do I need to know this? Like, why is this important? What is the role of Umsamo in life?
Okay. Ngiyabonga Khehla, umbuzo wakho muhle. Now, just before we move on to that, ngifuna ukuchaza ukuthi the connection between Umsamo la phansi nawe.
Okay.
And I'll answer that question through that.
Okay.
Now, everything is interconnected, Khehla. There is nothing that is separate. There is only the illusion of separateness.
Okay.
If now your inner temple is imbalanced, zibuze ukuthi, what did you inherit that is causing this imbalance from your family tree? Uthole ukuthi you have an inherent depression. Depression can cause you to not to have drive ukuthi wenze izinto. Uloku ucabanga ukuthi hayi kumele ngihambe ngiyohlaba entabeni inini, but you have inherited depression because through the family line nani there is depression in your blood.
Okay.
So rebalancing your chakras and learning imvelaphi yakho ukuthi oh, this is a family thing. This is inherent in my blood. You now balance yourself chakra wise. Ungathi ke manje mosowubeka Umsamo uthi I still don't feel better, kuwukuthi wena you don't understand yourself inside.
Yeah.
Do you see now the disconnect you have nale thawa lakho olibekile manje? Angazi if uyangizwa ke.
No, Nyaguza, what I'm hearing from you, Nkulu, is uti. Umsamo is important because some of the problems we encounter in life have to do with Umsamo. Umsamo being who you are, your inner temple, your family tree, and the physical manifestation. Some of the problems you encounter are not because of randomness or you were at the wrong place at the wrong time just because of randomness, but it's because of you yourself. There's an issue, like you said, you've inherited Umsamo that needs to be addressed. And that's what I'm hearing. That's why we need to be aware of what is Umsamo and that this is the role it plays. I just want to add Uguti. Umsamo, it's also where it's like it's where your blessings are given unto you. It is as I want to call it DNA, man, because DNA is information that defines who you are, and that I can say the same thing about Umsamo. That is where your inherent talents are given unto you. Your, I don't want to call them weakness, but development areas, the things that you maybe have to learn in earth school. That's also Umsamo. Maybe there's a particular thing that Abagini failed to accomplish throughout the generations, but you're that kid that's meant to tick that checkbox as part of your lineage. That is also Umsamo. Manje Umsamo inyanga ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi inyanga mazithi konakele emsamo bathini khulu, what does that mean? Ngoba umunye uzothi konakele emsamo ngidinga i-5,000 nembuzi eziwu-3 ukuthi siqondise umsamo wakho.
Abantu baqoliwe madoda.
What does that mean? Let's tell abantu amaqiniso. What does it mean ukuthi konakele Umsamo? What does that mean?
Khehla, mbuzo omuhle loyo, and this could have various interpretations.
Sure.
Mina ngithanda ukuthi abantu uma utshelwa ukuthi inkinga isemsamo, into yokuqala ekumele uyenze wena, ngithi misa amakhandlela uthandaze. Uthandaze because they need to show you ukuthi inkinga kahle kahle ukonakala emsamo yini. Ukugezwa komsamo, kuthwetshula idlozi. It could have various interpretations. There is no ukuthi this one prescription fixes everything.
Sure.
So ukonakala komsamo could be various things, anything that damaged umsamo wasekhaya, which was either done or which was not done.
Sure. Ngiyakuzwa Khehla. Futhi mangagcwalisela mina ngizothi the way I understand it, because remember our definition, we said Umsamo was your internal temple, your family tree, and the physical manifestation. So if ngokweqiniso konakele Umsamo, it means one of these three things, there's a mistake here. It could be yourself, maybe when you did something that is not in alignment with your DNA, the information that is captured within your DNA. You did something you're not meant to do. As for now example, as Kilikutlano, I was not meant to do X, Y, and Z. I through my internal temple of balance. Konakele Umsamo. 1. 2, it could be my family tree. Uguti, ubaba omkhulu uhambile wayolanda imimoya thizeni, and it upset all the ancestors, and it just disrupted our way as it disrupted everything, and that blocked chakras, it blocked blessings, it blocked channels, and that could be also konakele Umsamo. Or I am not doing right, I'm not doing justice to the physical manifestation of Umsamo. That's how I understand ukuthi makuthiwa konakele Umsamo. I think that's what it means to me. Manje mkhulu ngicela ukubuza kuwe ukuthi how does I think we've answered it though, but how does someone know ukuthi inyanga mayithi kimi konakele Umsamo? What red flags do I look for?
Bakithi nikhumbule ukuthi at the end of the day, there's a lot of businessmen out here. Mkhulu baningi abantu abafuna ukwenza imali. The red flag would be ukuthi umuntu akunike i-prescription ukulungisa umsamo ukuthi noma ngakuyenzela lento nje kuzoqala umsamo wakho. How do you know? It's the same thing that happens within religion ukuthi bathi kuquthandaza ubike. Kunesipoko bakithi ekhaya, umsamo wonakaliswa ukuthi kuthunyelwe isipoko noma salanda isipoko besiphila ngaso kwamandulo and sesihlakaza umsamo. You can't pray that away. And angeke ungithatheli u5000 uthi uyongilahlela into ekwathwala ngayo. Hayi. Uyabona ukuthi kuyajula. Kuyaphoqa ukuthi manje wena uye ehlane uyophahla or uye entabeni uyothandaza or uye emanzini uyothandaza. Ukuthi kwenziwe njani? Ukuthi uxhumane nemimoya yakho, because the first people that are gonna guide you mkhulu imimoya yakho. Not where there's a blockage, but outside where there is no spiritual perimeter. Uye entabeni ubuze ukuthi kusona so. And either in visions or in symbols uzoboniswa ukuthi nayi inkinga emsamo wakho, whether within uziphuphe uhlala ukwatile, which is a signal yokuthi your heart chakra is blocked. Umsamo ubloke enhlizweni. Or uphuphe kuzula into emnyama la ejaridini iloku iconsa igazi kunesilwane la esivala umsamo wasekhaya. Red flags you must look for is somebody who prescribes a one-all solution. Ayikho ke le.
Okay. Mkhulu. Omunye uzothi no mina ngiyakwazi ukubhula, ekubhuleni kwami ngilungisa umsamo wakho nge10,000 nengibuze eziwu3.
And look, angifuni ukugxeka inyanga. People have different ways to work. At the end of the day though, that might not work for umuntu onamadlozi angadli igazi. Wena usufike wahlaba imbuzi ezi3 lapha emsamo wabantu. Idlozi laxakeka nethongo laxakeka lathi, and now sekugcwele igazi manje lapha ekhaya siyoteta even more.
Sure. Where I was trying to go with this whole question was before you accept a prescription from Inyanga to say I'm gonna fix umsamo wako by doing this and that, ask you if you are in tune with who you are in terms of your parents and their parents and where they come from and how they lived. Ask yourself, but nkgono wa ka ntho e o na e etsa. It's tricky because o mongwe o tlo re, no, nkgono wa o na sa etse so and that is why umsamo wako o better. Yabo? So it's a bit tricky, but just try to before you accept any what's prescription from inyanga, I would recommend ukuthi uphahle as umkhulu said ehlane noma emanzini ey'ntabeni and really ubike indaba yakho ukuthi ngiyabona ukuthi umnyama ngicela ukuthi ningikhanyiseleni ukuthi konakele kuphi and they have to answer.
Bakwethu, yonke into iqala ngomthandazo. Hayi man, fundani ukuzila. Fast and pray. Fasting is the quickest way to force the channels of your chakra system to open. It will give you spiritual clarity. Ngisho nento efihlakele and into efihlwe yisilwane, imimoya, imikhokha, whatever was done. Izovela. Uyehlani fasted, uphahle, uthandaze. Akukho ukuzofihleka kuwe. It does require self-sacrifice. Uma uthi-ke usuyajula kulendlela. Ungacabanga ukuthi uyodla abo-debonaise nama-pizza nani bese ushona entabeni. Bese uthandaza 10 minutes uyehla. Bese mawubuya uzothi hayi into ayisebenzi. No.
You are basically saying, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like nokudla that we eat now ngathi unokumosha umsamo. Am I hearing you correct?
You're correct.
Wow.
Now, this is yajula kehla because we have blood types. We have family lineages. We have if wena unamadlozi bewamasulumane angeke udle pork. If unamadlozi thizena angeke udle into thize. So yila ekumele uzile khona because you're washing all these things that were blocking. So you're right. They do affect you. And another thing, like Melisiti, that is a topic for another day, but we live in a world with a whole lot of processed foods, Kev.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day.
Yeah. So zila, we're trying to actually wash all that stuff out of your system.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mkhulu, enye inyanga izothi no mina kumele ngifike ekhaya la ohlala khona ngikhiphe idalwa ngibageze bese ngibafake futhi ngikhipha abantu abadala ngibageze ngibafake futhi asigxeki inyanga. I'm not saying ayikho leyo nto kodwa according to ulwazi lwakho mkhulu, what's going on?
Hey man, you know the issue with this whole thing is, like I said, ninyanga eziningi and kunabelaphi abaningi, abaprofeta abaningi. In fact, kuney'nyanga zamajuda, kuney'nyanga that practice Middle Eastern occult things. Ukuthi zikulungise wena, zikulungisa ngendlela zakho. Kunama-China, iy'nyanga zama-China. So when it comes to ukuthi bathi bazokhipha idala, hayi mina mkhulu angazi mina angazi maybe uyazi yena ukuthi iliphi ikhuba la hlanganisayo likhona ukuphoqa umkhulu wami out of his own house. maybe bayazi kodwa mina ngokwazi kwami siyakhona ukulahla idlozi mara ukuthi sibakhiphe siyobageza ngathi sikhipha abantwana maybe abanye bazokhona maybe kuni-explainela ukuthi bayenza kanjani, but from my understanding once walahla idlozi ulahlile.
Right, it's a topic for another day. No mkhulu, are there any last sentiments on umsamo? What is umsamo? Why is it important? What does it mean ukuthi konakele umsamo and things to be cautious of? I don't know if do you think there's anything else we need to give the viewers before we see that?
Just to wrap it up, just to give you a summary, Umsamo is you, the walking temple, and Umsamo lo hlala phansi as a representation of your connection with the unseen. You are the seen, they are the unseen. And that's where they can spiritually diagnose where there's an imbalance in your temple where there's an imbalance in your family temple, and where there is any work that needs to be completed on that side. As for ukumisa umsamo, I would always prescribe ukuthi abantu mabaqale ngokumisa ikhandla elimhlophe because the white color contains all the colors within. That's why when you throw the white color onto a prism, it breaks into all the 7 colors. So irregardless ukuthi bekusebenziswa amakhandlela anjani, bekunengilosi enjani yini, if you want to uxhumana nengilosi kuqala ezakini, beka ikhandlela elimhlophe, ubeka ikomishi lamanzi, ukhanyisa, ungaqali ulayite impepho, ungaqali usebenzise impuphu nani nani. Zila uthandaze. Xhumane nabantu bakini ukuze bazokunika a spiritual diagnosis of what is happening with you and with your family.
No, cool. Yazi, I'm getting downloads to say Umsamo is important ngoba omunye ngibona ngathi in of those who are favoring izinto zesintu, there's too much emphasis on imithi. And angigxeki imithi uyasebenza guys, umuthi uyasebenza, but umuthi ngifuna ukhulume wena, umuthi nomsamo, what is the relationship? We have to, maybe we can be a part 2.
Yeah, lezo part 2 yayo ngoba
Sure.
kuyajula masithinta umuthi, but just know ukuthi umuthi is just like there is no one solution for everybody ukuthi 5,000 imbuzi ezi3 umsamo uyagezeka. Likewise, angeke ukhiphe umuthi oyi-1 for wonke umuntu uthi uzoyenza the same thing because people have different spiritual DNA makeups. Khona abanye abantu nje umuthi akumelanga bawuthinte enhloko. Ekumele nje bayogezwa empophomeni. Khona abantu bakuba bathi umuthi number 1. Khona umuthi esiwusebenzisayo kuwe ukuthi sigeze, ukuthi siphoqe ukuthi imithi isebenze ngenkani kuwe. Iyajula. That's why
and the reason why I bring this point up is it's part of the video yomsamo ukuthi umsamo is important because noma ungaya kuyinyanga ejulile uthi ufuna ikhubalo thizeni, ufuna ukwenza ukuthi nokuthi, uthathe ikhubalo ulisebenzisa abakini bakubheka bathi lo mfana lo wenzani lo, ingasebenzi le impande yakhe, ingasebenzi nemali uyispendile ibe yi-waste ngoba you're not focusing or you have ignored umsamo, awubekanga lo muthi emsamo and awazi nokuthi abakini bawuvuma umuthi ngoba let's be honest, noma uyinyanga ejule last number final gent, but angeke ushintshe umuntu umkhulu uthi there's a way yokushintsha umuntu ongasebenzisa umuthi usebenza. Ngicela uyizwa, but from what I know, even the final gents acknowledge ukuthi some people umuthi doesn't work for them, you need to treat them in other ways.
Yazi mkhulu, mangikhuluma ngomuthi wokuphoqa ukuthi umuthi usebenze emuntwini, ukhumbule ukuthi now we are heightening the power of umuthi phezu kwakho for whatever specific reason esikusebenza ngayo. It's not permanent. Kodwa umkhulu uthinte a very important point. Inyanga zami umuthi uyaphahlwa before uphume endumbeni. Ovese ukhipha umuthi ngathi kuse Shoprite siyehlisa idono or siyehlisa impuphu la. Sambe soyibhadalele ethilini. Uyaphahlwa umuthi la ukuthi thina njengoba siwukhipha uyoyenza lento ekumele uyenze. Plus nawe uma ufika ekhaya, the importance of umsamo njengoba sowuthintile mkhulu, kumele ibikwe lento. Idlozi likhothe, linuke, lizwe ithongo lizwe ukuthi yini le. Hawu nayo indoda ingathi lethe into enenzipho ezesikhova uthi ukuthi izogeza isinyama. Sibe lapho.
No, ngifuna ukugcwalisela nami ngithi ngifuna ukufakaza, and angigxeki nyanga, angilwi nomuntu, everyone has their opinion, but ngifuna ukufakaza mina ngithi guys, it is true that omunye umuntu umuthi angeke umsebenzele, or you might have idlozi elinamandla to the point that livala umuthi owuthengile ukuthi ungasebenzi. And this is part of the importance of umsamo ngoba before uya uthi ngiyasukuma manje ngiyakukhulusekela, kumele ukhothame uphahle kini uthi makhehla nezalukazi ngifisa ukuya kusibanibani ngoba kukhona isimo esithizeni engifisa ukuthi ngithole i-light noma ngisolva kanjani into enjena. Kumele utshela abakini icala before uya kusibanibani. Mabakupha umuthi kumele uphahle lo muthi loyo ukuthi banginikeze ukuthi ngoba if you don't tell them they don't, you didn't tell them, so it's like they may be trying to protect you. No, we're canceling this mood. You don't know what's in there. We're canceling this thing. It's not gonna work. Bese kusasa uzothi no, umuthi akasebenzi mkhulu.
Worse yet, izinto ezingcolisa umsamo.
Yeah.
Ungabiki izinto emsamo.
Yes.
Uthi into uyibikile ufika nayo lapha emsamo uthi ayisebenzise ive sihlakazeke phansi. Bebazama ukukuvikela ukuthi uyabona manje usuzongcolisa la. Usuzosebenzisa into esingasebenzi nayo.
Kungcole emsamo. Oh.
Ngiyajula man. Ngiyajula. This topic could go on the whole day because of the different dimension and the dynamics within spirits and the way even spirits think. It's not a topic that can be covered even in a 1 hour podcast. Mara siyabonga ukuthi sikhonile ukuyithinta le topic kahle.
Of course.